The process of buying a home is difficult, even more so when you have bad credit. While the sellers who are listing their homes on the market might not care about your credit score, your lender definitely will. Whether you are buying a for sale by owner home or working with a real estate agent, chances are you're going to work with a lender at some point. While buying a home with bad credit is difficult, it won't be impossible. I'm going to tell you some of the ways that you can still buy a home with bad credit. So what are some of the ways that you can buy a home with bad credit? Well, first let's talk about what is a bad credit score. Official FICO scores below 670 are what is considered subprime or bad credit. Specifically, scores between 580 and 669 are considered fair, while scores from 300 to 579 are considered bad. Bad credit can be caused by a number of factors, but you might be wondering what some of those are that are playing a role in a bad credit score. Some of the most common contributors to a bad credit score are making late payments or filing for bankruptcy. If you have no credit or good credit right now, then these are things that you definitely want to avoid to protect your credit score. Aside from just a credit score, there are other factors that go into being approved for a mortgage. There are other factors that buyers can use to offset a low credit score. For example, if you're planning on putting a lot of money as the down payment, or if you have low overall debt or a really high income, then you may still be able to get the house that you want for your desired sale price. It's important to remember that while a bad credit score won't help you get a house, you may have other strengths that can offset it. Working on building your credit score up may be worth it if you have some time before you need to buy a home. Some of the ways that you can do this are by keeping credit card balances low and paying off any debt that you currently have. Also make sure that you're paying all of your bills on time so that you can avoid those late payments that show up on your credit score, significantly hurting it. Also, don't open too many credit card accounts. Having unnecessary credit can actually hurt your score. On the other hand, if you already have multiple credit cards, make sure to keep those open, as closing those accounts can bring down your overall debt-to-income ratio. When making the decision to buy a house, there are a couple of different loans that you can look at. Two of the most common ones are a conventional loan and an FHA loan. Each of these have their advantages and disadvantages depending on your situation. While most conventional loans usually like to see a credit score of at least 620, you may be able to get around this if you're putting down a lot of money for the down payment or if you have a high income. Typically, these type of loans usually require a 20% down payment. Another popular loan type is an FHA loan. That stands for Federal Housing Administration. It's a government-backed organization that helps people qualify for mortgages. They typically accept applicants whose credit scores are as low as 500. If your credit score is between 500 and 579, you can put as little as 10% down on your mortgage. However, if you have a credit score of at least 580, you can qualify to put as little as 3.5% down. An FHA loan is designed for first-time homebuyers and people who have not owned a home within the last 3 years. Income and sales price limits do apply. However, this is a great option for people who have not a lot of money for a down payment or a bad credit score. If you served in the military, you may also qualify for a VA loan. There are a ton of benefits to using this kind of loan. First of all, as of 2019, there is no maximum amount that you can borrow. Also, with the VA loan, you can put as little as 0% down. Additionally, it only takes a credit score between 580 and 620 to qualify. Trying to buy a home with a bad credit score can make it very difficult, but it doesn't have to be impossible. I've shared with you some ways that you can offset a bad credit score. One of those ways was to have a larger cash down payment. If you have a current home and want the cash quickly to try and buy a new home, then go to katyandfrank.com. We can get you an offer, a cash offer on your house in as little as 48 hours and typically close within 7 days, giving you the capital that you need to go buy a new house, even with bad credit. Go to katyandfrank.com today.